Welcome to Kevin Yagher's Crypt of Horrors.
Makeup effects specialist Kevin Yagher designed the noseless host and directed the Crypt Keeper segments on HBO's dark-humored series, Tales from the Crypt. Now that the show has completed a 5-year run, the ambitious artist relishes rumors of a crypt shift to the big screen.
We have exhausted pretty much everything in that crypt. What I like to do is the feature films. In this way, thinking of ideas of getting them out into a graveyard, digging up graves, and things like that. Full body shots, being able to direct those wraparounds would be a great thing.
At 31, Yagher's work on films like Child's Play and Honey, I Blew Up the Kid has put him on a short list of specialists working steadily in Hollywood. But Yagher learned the ropes in the industry trenches like everyone else.
I came out here from Ohio and did everything pretty much, with rubber bands and toothpicks, back in my hometown. But when I came out here, I learned how Hollywood did things, and I picked things up really quickly, trying to, advance, and create things on my own.
Jurassic Park threw Hollywood's effects industry for a loop with the success of its computer animation. And while Yagher isn't interested in jumping on the technology bandwagon, he has mapped out an alternative course of action.
I'm not an animator, and I don't want to sit behind a computer. I want to get my hands into things. But the way I feel about it is that they'll always need the artist, who is the conceptual person. So maybe I'll just be doing less, getting less involved with chemicals and hurting myself. At the same time, I can design and just hopefully ask more money.
On the recent canine thriller Man's Best Friend, Yagher made a dozen mechanical doubles of a Tibetan Mastiff. These substituted for real dogs in the difficult-to-film scenes. But because the film's ending was toned down, audiences never got to see some of his best work.
We ended up scrapping all these designs. I did this design of this skinned dog where his muscles and his bones and patches of hair, and half of his face was burned away, and his bottom jaw was exposed, and all this, and his eye was blind. It was great.
Yagher's hard work often gets minimum screen time or can end up on the cutting room floor. Even though this is just par for the course in the film industry, it's still difficult to swallow.
That's the one thing that I think the biggest thing I had to get over when I got into this business. You think to yourself, why did I put so much into it? But the way I look at it is if those 3 seconds end up being an extreme close-up, I've got to be able to put I should put all of that detail into this in case it is seen very close.
A positive attitude does pay off. Yagher says he's gotten more than one job because of his attention to detail. But he says the one thing you really need to survive in this competitive field is
a strong back. You need a strong back. When you're applying makeup in a chair, you really do.
Not one to sit idle, Yagher has a career wish list for the new year. He hopes to direct an updated version of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow that he's written. Then there's the rumored Tales from the Crypt feature. And he's not ready to toss aside his truest passion.
I love making characters, I think, and I want to keep doing that, whether it's directing or writing. I'm writing right now, so and trying to direct. So as long as I'm able to tell stories and create characters, I'll be a happy man.